You have to stop oversharing, because oversharing is slowly destroying your life. It's ruining your life. I feel like this generation especially, we have problems with oversharing. We have problems with silence, especially when we see people that we used to know, or when there's that silence and that lull periods when we're at work. We tell people, we tell our coworkers, people who don't even know us, like don't actually have a connection with, we tell people all these things about our lives. And once we are done spilling our guts, once we're done telling them about the things that are happening in our life, we tell them about things that are happening in people around us, or friends' lives, families' lives, partners' lives, whatever it is, we overshare. We overshare for the sake of breaking that silence. But we have to be okay with that awkward silence. I feel like that's a big reason why people overshare in those situations, those scenarios when there's that silence. People overshare and talk about things that they wouldn't have told this person if there wasn't that silence. You're only telling this person because of proximity, because you're in the same room as them, you're their coworker, and there's nothing to talk about. Oh, I'm just trying to pass time. And you're spilling your guts, and you're oversharing about your life and the people's lives that you're friends with, just to pass time. And I feel a lot of people, especially even when they see people they used to know, and they start sharing and they say all these things about their life to make them sound better, because you want that person to have a good perception of you. And especially with social media, people overshare. They overshare and they do things just to have that perception. But it's understanding that keeping our life private is one of the best decisions that you can ever make. And it's being okay with that awkward silence, or being okay with your perception being unknown. Because I feel a lot of us, we'd rather have a narrative and say a narrative of our lives rather than letting other people assume what we got going on. Because it's like, if I'm quiet, if I don't post anything on social media, if I don't share anything about my life, then it means that people can make assumptions. It means that people can talk about my life and create false narratives. And we don't want that. We don't want that, because we want people to think highly of us. We want our perception to be something that we like. So we overshare. We share, and sometimes we boost certain aspects of our lives or tell certain things. We tend to tell secrets that are not ours. We tell information that is not ours to tell. And that's just to pass time. You're at a shift with your coworkers and it's dead. It's not busy. What do you do except talk? Talk about your life. Talk about things that you would have never talked about. If it was somebody else, you would have said the same thing. And it's not even because you guys are close. It's because of the proximity. It's because you're bored. You don't want that awkward silence. But it's understanding that oversharing slowly destroys your life, because then you are too worried about the perception of other people. And now all these random people in your life know every little thing about your life, when all you could have done was just kept quiet. When you saw that person from high school, you saw that person that you used to know, you could have just said, hey, what's up? I hope you're doing well. Move on with your day. But we tend to always crave that validation. We tend to want to boost ourselves and create that false narrative or that false perception. And we try to plant that idea in another person's head, because we want them to think highly of us. We want the perception of ourselves to be something good. But oversharing is never a good thing, because now your information, every little thing is out there, and people cannot destroy what they do not know. And now all these people know what you got going on in your life. And when people know what you got going on, they think that they have an opinion about your life. They think, oh, look at all these problems that this person is going through. I would have done this differently. I would have done that differently. And now they judge you based on information that you told them. And now your whole workplace knows about your business. And now everybody has their own opinions about you and your life. But if you kept quiet, nobody could say anything, because people do have some evidence to base their thoughts on. And when people know any little details about your life, people always have something to say. People think that their opinion is valid now. Everybody thinks, oh, they should listen to me. Oh, I'm going to go talk to them, tell them they should be doing this instead. And now you're having all these random people, because your coworkers, yes, they're your coworkers, but at the end of the day, they are random people, because you don't actually know them and they don't actually know you. You have all these random people coming up to you, telling you how to live your life, giving you advice, telling you their opinions about things, when you should have just kept quiet. But you are oversharing and oversharing. And that's a big reason why your life has no peace, because you're letting so many people into your life. By oversharing, you let people back into your life. Now, a lot of the time, if I see people I used to know, I don't really tell them what I got going on. I just tell people, yeah, I've been good. I can't complain. I'm grateful and blessed to see another day. That's it. I don't tell them details about my personal life, because you are not in my personal life. You're not somebody who matters to me anymore. So why does my life have to do with yours? So why am I sharing things about my life with you? Or if I'm at work, I'm not going to just say every little thing that I got going on, right? But a lot of us, we do that. We always tell people everything that's happening in our lives. We tell them our relationship problems, friendship problems. But now people always got something to say. People always want to talk about you. And that is destroying your life, because it destroys your peace. And anything that destroys your peace slowly destroys your life. You have to stop oversharing. You have to keep your life private.